Hit it.
Meet me at the intersection. It's time to make a great connection. Faith, fun, and family meet. So come on in and take a seat at Sundays at the intersection. Woo.
I don't want to get on the ark. Just do it. Do something about the spiders, and then I'll get on the ark. That's the only way.
What are you doing?
Lisa, what are you doing?
Come on, getting ready to film Sundays at the intersection.
Oh, I've got no ideas. I've got nothing.
Relax.
Noah.
Relax.
I've got nothing.
It wasn't terrible. Let's relax.
I need help.
Let's brainstorm. Okay, so let's just start tossing out ideas. Okay,
Fine.
we'll find something. It'll be fine. All right. How about we use puppets?
Done it.
All right. You know, it's beautiful out. We could go stand in the woods
Did it
and do
last
something.
week.
All right. How about up in the summit? There's lots of cool stuff up there.
Already done it.
Okay. I know. Look, I'm looking at the picture. But talk about Noisy Girl and talk
She
about funny
hates
things.
me. She's annoying. She's done with me.
Oh goodness. Okay. All right. Well, then let's. Okay, we could tie something into your everyday life and routine to a
Nobody
cool
wants to
script.
hear. Nobody wants to hear about my personal life, my everyday life. Anyway, if they do hear anything more about my everyday life, they're going to learn about my special blankie.
Oh,
no,
you're special.
cut. I have a funny idea.
You're not funny anymore. Okay, I was kidding. I was kidding. No, stop.
Why don't you
I
let
think you
me
need to
show
take it easy.
you
No,
just how funny
okay,
I
already done it. You know, we could do a parody of the whole Zoom thing. I mean, come on. I don't want to Zoom. Do you feel it? Come on. I don't want my boss looking in my room. Oh yes.
Stop
I don't
it.
want- It's
I am
catchy.
so no.
All right.
I'm so sick of this whole technology
I get it.
video
I get it.
thing. I'm tired of it, Lisa. I'm tired of it.
I know. But but it's uniting us and them in a different way. And, you know, remember how scared that you were at the beginning of it? Come on. I mean, like, personally and professionally, you've grown in a huge way.
Yes.
You have to see that.
Yes, it's not about making the videos. We've had fun.
I would like to. I'd
I'll
like
admit
to
it.
think that's a reality. That's
Fine.
all.
We've had fun. A
We've
fun
had
time.
fun.
making
Yes,
the
we've had a good
videos.
time. It's been good.
But that doesn't mean I don't miss the kids and their families and connecting with them face to face, not over this over cyberspace. They're out there somewhere on the other side of that.
I get it too, and for sure, the whole newness of this it's definitely worn off. But we've got to try to help each other. We help each other to try not to complain so much. Because, I don't know about, hey,
It is
you know
easy.
me, I could get an Olympic medal for complaining. And I challenge anyone out there to come compete with me, because I can.
She can complain.
I can complain now.
Hey, but you know, we know another group of people who were complainers.
Yes, we do. Oh,
Shall we tell them about it?
I think we should.
Okay, let's talk about
The
Israelites.
Bible story. Yeah.
So today we're going to be talking about the Israelites.
Yeah, we are.
And just like I found myself complaining about this new normal that I found myself in, the Israelites, I think, complained a lot about their new normal.
Yes, and it was shocking because of the new normal you'd think would never be something they'd complain about.
Why is that?
Because they were finally free. They were no longer slaves. I mean, you'd think, oh my goodness, how wonderful is this new reality? But you know what? They're like anybody else, and I think that's why I like this story so much, that they're just showing us the human condition. And so let me tell you some of the things that they were not happy about. So now they're free. They're no longer slaves under the Pharaoh. They've left Egypt. Moses had made the greatest escape in history. 2 million people or so are wandering in the desert, and they're going towards this promised land. Well, pretty soon, we're hungry. We don't have enough food. We don't want to have to eat our sheep and goats. We can't do that. So God was like, fine. Okay, here is some manna, which is like flour, not flowers, flour that you can bake with. And so, yeah, now they can do it. They made all kinds of banana bread. Okay, anyway, so pretty soon they got sick sick of their banana bread, okay? And they're like, oh, we want meat.
Terrible joke, I'm sorry.
We miss meat. So they pray again, and God delivered. Oh, here's some quail. Do you want some quail? You can have quail. Oh, but then that wasn't working out. They just kept on. It just, at certain points, they just continued to be dissatisfied in whatever new normal they came into. In fact, when they got to the edge of the promised land, which was this land of milk and honey, it was supposed to have all these wonderful riches of fruit and just beautiful, beautiful land. And they went, and it was exactly like God had promised them. Again, he remained faithful this whole time, but no. Still complained.
Still complaining.
Yep. The fruit's good, but man, the people are so big. Ah, we can't beat them. No, can't go in there. But there were two people who said, enough of this complaining. Joshua and Caleb. They took a stand against these, again, millions of people took a stand, their families, and they said, no. God promised us, if God is for us, who can be against us? As for me and my house, I will serve the Lord. And they stood at that time and said, we can do this. If this is what God promised us, we can do that. I could use some Joshua and Caleb. And
yes.
We need to be like Joshua and
Yes.
Caleb. Like,
yes.
you know, today might have been the day that Christy's been a little complaining, and I should help her out. We just have to help each other out, you guys, because it's totally understandable. Again, the Israelites, we can't judge them too badly because they're just like us.
They're just like us, and when things get hard, we complain. And you know, there's plenty of times that when Lisa complains, not that you ever complain, but if you know ever did, I could be that
Joshua or Caleb.
And
yes.
so kind of think about that where you guys are. If you know, I know sometimes during this new normal, I'll have a good day. Sometimes I'll have a bad day.
Yep.
And that's okay. We just all need to kind of be there for each other. Like Lisa and I try to be there for each other.
Yeah. And another thing too, and then it does help me feel better about this, because sometimes we can get down and kind of beat ourselves up for not being as grateful. You know, hey, don't do that.
That's right.
The fact is we can read all through Exodus, and by the way, this beautiful story of the Israelites' journey is in Numbers as well, the book of Numbers, and it shows how faithful God is. I guess we can't get rid of God that easily.
That's right.
Thank goodness.
He's there. He was there with the Israelites, and he's there with us.
He is.
Today.
Whether you complain or not, thank goodness he loves us even in spite of our faults and our sin.
Maybe your faults. Maybe
he's the best. God's the.
Listen. Okay. On that note, we're checking out from the hangout. It was good talking with you guys.
That's right. See you later. Bye.
The summary. Ding.
Well, we find ourselves in a new normal. This is the, I think, 5th video I've done for Sundays with the Intersection, and we're just about to do our 5th one on Wednesday nights, and we're going to keep doing it as long as we can't meet at church together. We're in a new normal, and we're all having to adjust, and some days are good, and some days are bad, and some days we complain, and some days we don't. But no matter what, God loves us, and he's with us. And we all need to try to be like Joshua and Caleb and be there for each other. If you have a friend, or if your mom or dad or someone you know is having a hard day, be there for them. Be Joshua and Caleb for them. Hang in there. We're going to make it through this all together. We love you very, very much. And until we see you again, dream big, trust huge, and love all the time.
Hit it. Meet me at the intersection. It's time to make a great connection. Faith, fun, and family meet. So come on in and take a seat at Sundays at the intersection.